a month left to go in the regular season in the NBA. So the Raptors show got to pack it all in. Weekdays, 11 a.m. Eastern. Sportsnet 360 is the destination with Blake Murphy and Matt Bonner. And busy time of year, Blake, though, regardless. Lots going on. You've had some great guests this week. We'll discuss a couple of them. You had Jason Capono, who got his flowers at the arena during 2000's night. A dialed distance shooter, not unlike our Matt Bonner, who actually has a record in peril courtesy of a masked Minnesotan.
It was Shooters Week on the Raptors show this week. Matt Bonner's on the show. Jason Capono, 6th all-time in three-point percentages on the show. And then Jamison Battle joined us. And, yeah, that's the record that Matt has in trouble. I guess Matt Thomas technically has the record, but no one's touching 47.5% on threes as a rookie. Jamison Battle, though, right there with Matt for the second best three-point percentage for any Raptors rookie. Also getting up there in terms of total threes. He'll probably finish the season top 5 among Raptors rookies. And when you dig in more seriously, what's really impressive about Battle's season is the versatility of those threes. He has hit 38.5% from the middle of the floor, over 45% on the wing, 40% in the corners. He has hit almost 40% when he's stationary. He's hit over 40% off the dribble. He's hit over 40% when he's moving. And then if you look at the synergy play types, he grades in the 80th percentile better as a spot-up shooter, coming off of screens, and in a small sample playing off of handoffs. Those, if Orlando Robinson or Jakob Poeltl comes out into a DHO for him, there is a lot of versatility. And if you're projecting forward what this guy's going to look like, he's not just the, hey, stand in the corner, knock him down guy. There's a lot you can do with a player like that.
He told you the mask was taking some getting used to, but not that much, clearly. He also talked about his sister, who's a Golden Gopher, and is going to be locked into Selection Sunday because they're on the outside looking in. Raptors fans also locked in to these final games to see what kind of percentage they might have at the draft lottery. Cooper Flagg, we've talked ad nauseum about, and of course he went down with that injury, but doesn't matter. Everyone wants him. If they don't get a Cooper Flagg, who should they be looking at?
Yeah, it's an interesting Selection Sunday if you're one of these draft people, because 2 of the top 4 picks in Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey aren't going to make the tournament. Rutgers is done. And then you look and you've got a Trey Johnson on Texas who lost today, our pal Dan Schulman on the call. So maybe Texas isn't in, and Trey Johnson's a guy who could get in the mix in the top 5. So there are a couple of interesting names that could go anywhere from, say, 3 to 10 in this draft. So we'll look at a couple here. VJ Edgecombe and Jeremiah Fears also on the bubble. The analytic models think Baylor and Oklahoma will both get in. Duke is obviously going to be there, and they've got a couple other prospects. Edgecombe is the one who's super interesting to me. There's basically no chance he doesn't end up being solid. He just does so many things well. Jeremiah Fears, maybe a little undersized, still just 18, but you talk about the toughness that defines March Madness games. I think he's a guy who could, at least in the hearts of fans, be a riser with his style of play. And then if you do tune into Duke, even if Cooper Flagg's not there, Kamon Maluach is a 7'2" shot blocker with good defensive range. Right now, offensively, just kind of a transition finisher and a lob guy. So we're not sure what the offensive upside is going to be, but had a good game yesterday after Flagg came out. Konkanippel, who's also a potential lottery pick, took on more of the scoring and playmaking duty. But Maluach, an interesting guy to watch, especially as the difficulty of bigs he's going against goes up here.
So regardless of the Flagg situation, lots to be locked into.
Lots for Duke, and SEC tournament for Matt and for Dan Schulman.
Oh, absolutely. They are busy as well at this time of year. Thank you, Blake Murphy. You're free to go. We, though, have one more discussion to have ahead of this tip-off in Utah, the late West Coast tip. We're all drinking some coffee, staying bright-eyed and bushy-tailed to get you there. Raps, Jazz coming up. Stay with us for Raptor Central.